Well, I have to admit this is kind of fun to watch. Although, yeah, they're going to use cobblestone to build. Uh, they detect that there's no block underneath them, so they automatically build bridges. That guy's going that way. Now, what's really amazing about this alignment is here's where that ladder ultimately comes up to the surface. And my little dudes are down there digging 7 this time instead of 10. This stairwell I can probably move at some point. But, so you should always, with the mining turtles, start them at the highest level and build your way down from there. Alright. Because otherwise they'll build those silly little bridges. And my hands are getting pretty full. Now I'm seeing some issues with the topography, but you know, once you know where the surface is, you can certainly take it into account. And that's going to be a neat little hangout. Look at the size of this space already. And I'm going to put one of my little dudes up there again. Stick him there, give him 3 coal, and tell him to tunnel 7 this time instead of 10. That should stagger it a little. And then you can also tunnel 7, give him 3 coal. He's probably not even going to use 3 coal. Alright. So they're working on my big new workspace. How you doing over here? Smash. Alright. Huh. For some reason he's not building a bridge under himself. Oh, because Appetite can't be built. Oh, that's neat. So you mean I could stop them from bridge building by putting an unbuildable block in their first slot? That's cool. Let me test that theory out. Okay, you are going to put that there. And you should stop building a bridge. Hey, you learn something every day. Look at that. Just from the sheer number of combinations of things that can happen in the game, you end up constantly learning stuff. Alright, well, there you go. If you don't want your mining turtles building little platforms under themselves, you just put a unbuildable block in their number 1 slot. There we go. There's my town and my new expansion. Well, that's fun. Fun land grab, and this here is also a type of land grab. Underground land grab. I've been building my new workshop up there. This is going to end up being Industrial Craft EU power versus Buildcraft MJ power on that tower. Kind of fun. The next step I really need an MFSU, which is the highest tier energy storage available in vanilla Industrial Craft. Now, those are expensive to build, but let's just get started. First thing we're going to need, I also want some windmills. So first thing, we're going to need a generator to turn into an MFE. Generator, you're going to need an RE battery. We're going to need some more machine blocks, which I have refined iron cooking right there. Right there. And if I just put this on here, hit the distribute button, poof, 5 machine blocks. So keep them in my fun work table. Let's get started. RE battery, let's make 3 of those. Now I'm short of tin, so I can't make another. Generator, I need RE batteries. And that in a furnace is enough for 1 for the MFSU. 3. Because the other 2 I want to use for making windmills. There we go, I got 2 windmills. So that's a good start. The main issue is going to be the expense of first tier we'll make the MFE. And MFE is, of course, it's a generator surrounded by 4 energy crystals and 4 doubly insulated, it's 4 of these double insulated gold wires. So there's 4. Let's distribute these around. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so I got all that. Stuff that back down there. Generator 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, machine block and 4 of those. So it'll take you out. So it's actually a little simpler than I thought. So that means I can have another windmill, huh? Windmill. Alright, fun. So that's even simpler than I thought. But the next step in the process is, holy cow, is the MFSU. And each Lapotron crystal is going to need an advanced circuit, and Lapotron crystals an advanced machine block. Now those two we can make, that we've already got. Each of these bad boys takes 2 circuits and energy crystals, so we need 6 more energy crystals. Yikes, that is expensive. But it holds, what, 10 million EU and puts out the highest voltage you can get in basic industrial craft. So let's see, we need 6 more energy crystals. I'm not going to have enough redstone immediately, but there's more in the chest right here. Now each of those is going to have to be transmogrified. Anyway, we got enough. I have some glowstone. Now let's see, what's the logical order to do these in? The advanced circuits. How many circuits do I have? Let's whip up another batch of circuits. I got 2 force gems. I can get 2 right now. Now I'm out of force ingots. I do like this recipe, so it's totally worth getting more force ingots to make the double recipe. I have 3 right there, but force ingots can be made easily by putting a force gem and 2 gold bars together. Let me do a quick run for gold bars. I got 22 of them. Let's put 1 back. Force ingots are really simple. It's just a force gem, 2 gold will make 3 force ingots. So give me all. Give me all you can make. I'll leave some of these in here. I always do just for fun. So let's head back, make some more electronic circuits, because we is gonna need them. Alright, I have plenty of 6 of those. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now 12 is enough to make 6 Lapotron crystals. So that is looking good. I believe a Lapotron crystal is one of these, 2 of those, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Distribute evenly, yes. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boy, few games have ever really challenged the memory like this one. Holy cow. So that in the middle, now 6 Lapotron crystals. We need the advanced machine block. I'll borrow one of these. And then that is a machine block, 2 advanced alloy, and 2 carbon plate. But I used all my carbon plate for making my nano armor. So I will macerate some of these guys. Macerator is awfully slow, and the overclocker is really kind of expensive and a pain to make. But we'll be all setting them in at coal dust. See if I can make 2 more. 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I don't have enough for 4. Oh, well, I can get 1. I'll have more coal dust in a second. Let me just head on upstairs and grab me a few. You're working on it, right? Could you work a little faster, please? I think I was only too short. Oh, it takes 4 of those. We need 8 of them to make a single cobalt, as I recall. Yeah, that takes 4. So we're going to be able to make 1 of those. We need 3 more. Okay, well, you know, this is one of the more involved builds in the entire project. So we're gonna just have to roll with it a little. So what else can I prepare? The other tricky item is gonna need an advanced circuit. Now that recipe is tricky. I do recall that one is glowstone dust. Thinking about it, searching the bazillion recipes. Let's go IC2 crafting. There's a lot of stuff in here. We just made the lapis. There we go. 4 redstone. Alright, so I'm gonna need 4 redstone, 2 glowstone, 2 of those around a normal circuit, so that's not a problem. 4 redstone, 2 glowstone, alright. Regular circuit. And redstone in the corner. And the lapis right there, and I'm pretty sure it works vertically or horizontally, so advanced circuit. We are getting there. Last thing we just need is our advanced machine block, and we now have enough coal dust to make the second carbon plate. So I'll have another carbon fiber, this recipe, take one of those out, stick it in the compressor. And working on our advanced machine block, it's going to be 2 advanced alloy and 2 carbon plates. And by gum, we're going to have ourselves a MFSU in almost no time. Lickety split even. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Hey, not going to throw it on the ground. I need that. I couldn't right there. Oh, okay. Advanced machine block, 6 lappy crystals. It's a pretty good deal. Each lappy crystal can hold 1 million. You put them together with one of these guys, MFE, and you get an MFSU done. Upstairs, my new workshop, and I poked a hole in the roof where I want the power to come in. Still a little bit untamed out here, but seems safe at the moment. Now the issue with the MFSU is it produces high voltage power, so we need to step that down to medium voltage right there. And with these ones you're going to want the power going in to the 3-dot side is the high voltage power side. So gotta click it. There's the high voltage power side. So what I usually end up doing is to just for build purposes, I usually end up using dirt and some other things, of which there's no shortage, to space out my blocks so I get it right the first time. So let's see. What you're going to want is on top of that, you're going to want the MFE. Well, let's do it this way. I mean the MFSU. Now that one, the power comes out of the 1-dot side. So let's see, 1-dot side's up there. Again, we can whack the side we want the dot to be at with the bronze wrench. And since that's high voltage, it requires glass fiber cable. That will send high voltage to the MV transformer, and MV will come out all of the sides with 1 dot. So I can run down here and get MV out there. You can use gold cable for MV, but that will take care of the input on that side. But you know, first we have no machines to use it, and we have nothing powering the actual main power box. So what we're gonna do, since I want to do, we're up reasonably high, 98. We're gonna want to build a couple of windmills up fairly high. And to get fairly high, I'm going to steal some of this dirt and build myself a temporary dirt tower to work on. Now I don't hear the wind blasting on this mod. Certainly one of the early Tekkits had really good ambient sound, and it was really something when you hear the wind blasting, you know it's a good place to build wind power. Of course, it also played seagulls near the beach and all kinds of other stuff. I don't know exactly how it pulled that off, but let's see. Hoping this is high enough. I ought to be able to. Let's see, they're a little bit fussy. Gonna see if I can do this. Now I got my windmills, and windmills put out such low voltage, you can run them through ultra low tin cable into a bat box, and that ought to work. So I don't want you going that way. Does the Buildcraft wrench work on these guys? Want you going that? No, it pops it right off. Well, hopefully it didn't blow it up. Why? Did I swallow the fly? I'm hearing a little bit of wind now. Well, if you're going to go diagonal to whatever direction I put you guys... Oh, you guys are fussy. You just will not go the direction I want you to. Geronimo! Alright, and it turned it into a generator. I really got to build the... that wrench. Sometimes you lose your gadgets with that particular wrench. Gotta build the electric wrench, set it to lossless mode to avoid ever losing power, to ever losing your gadgets. So anyway, they put out such low current, it's gotta pretty much go into a bat box, and sure enough, the output side on that is also wrong. Let's go, there's the output side now, and got some copper wire for that. So I ought to be able to go shift. That'll put out low voltage into it. And I ought to be able to just quickly hop on up there, hook up my ultra low voltage, and okay, got this going overhead, and we should start to see some power. The windmills are best at a height of 110 or so, but we ought to get some power out of it right here. Don't try this in real life. I might get electrocuted. Alright. Into the box. Into the box. Alright, let's see how that goes. So we now have 2 windmills putting power into the box, and it is generating power, and as soon as the packet hits 32, which is the size of its output, it will output a packet down to our main storage. So you see it's super slow, but it's a free source of power, so you really can't argue. Alrighty, I have a generator. I can now make an array of solar cells also, which should also probably go into the bat box before outputting to here. But we have begun to generate power on top of EU Mountain. Hey, there's my tanks over there, generating biofuel and MJ power. Alright, well, we've got to start on our super new workplace. Well, for fun, here I am elevatoring up again, and since I have my handy clipboard, I can actually retool my generator back into a windmill, which is pretty darn handy. And I'm up higher than before, and I'm going to give it a platform to sit on, and this time I don't really care what direction it goes. It's far enough above the others that should be no interference. It feels like going that way. So, okay then. I guess we're doing that way. Got my shovel. Got my cheap wire. It's supposed to generate more energy in the storm, as far as I know, but we'll see. Certainly 3 will generate more energy than 2, I know that much. I can do that much math. To think I used to tutor calculus. Okay. And let's just go there. No. Don't like any loops in my power networks. Alright. Try that. I probably at some point will want to encase this in some kind of a building for protection, because I don't know, I really don't want a creeper taking out all this work. It's still grotesquely slow, but like I say, I'll be adding some solar panels, and it's slow, but it's free. So, alright, now down here, I've expanded slightly. So again, the MFSU produces high voltage, the MV transformer turns that into MV, LV transformer will send out LV, so all the basic IC2 machines need LV, like your compressor and macerator. Those can go here. The second tier ones, like the implosion compressor, they sound fancier, but they also take low voltage. So those are the ones I'm going to build up here, those second tier versions of all of those. Up here, MV is generally only really your mass fabricator can handle that. And the mass fab with LV uses up power so fast, I often just like to put the mass fab on the LV line and just let it trickle and slowly make the materials, because trying to feed scrap into it fast enough to make it happy on MV is pretty darn daunting. And along those lines I'll need a recycler or two over here, and it would be nice if the recycler would automatically feed into the mass fabricator, but it's so difficult. I usually just like to make a big stack of scrap, and then I'll feed it into the mass fab, turn that on for a while, run a batch, turn it off, and you know, really the only point of that in this particular mod pack for the mass fab is to make UU matter, to make iridium, to make quantum armor. That's really the only point to it. Actually, here's something funny. Well, we got a source of power out here. I can actually use this to recharge my nano armor. Well, that needs almost 30k. Oh, watch how fast it drains out. See, wind power sucks. Yeah. But it's free. It's coming right back. Anyway, I will start on a little enclosing building for safety and bring up some solar panels and see if we can crank this baby up.